Did you know that the standard time timesheet also has a timer? You can actually start and stop a timer, and it will automatically fill in the timesheet. That's kind of the subject of this video. First of all, let's look at the timer menu here. You can see that there are some menu items here that will allow you to start and stop a timer, and then enter some completed time that you had already completed in the past. So these menu items, when you choose them, will fill in the timesheet just as though you had manually entered the hours. So the timesheet actually has both manually entered hours and hours that were put in from the timer when you start and stop the timer. You don't have to use the timer, and you don't have to manually enter into the timesheet. You can use one or the other or both. Turns out there's also a quick task window, and that's really the subject of this video. We want to take a look at this quick task window. But I wanted to point out the fact that this is a timer, and that the timesheet allows both input from the timer and from manual input. So the quick task window, which we've shown here, allows us to simply click on a task and start the timer. And so you see when I did that, now these icons are lit up. If I go up to the timer menu, I have a different set of icons or menu items that are enabled, and the start timer is now disabled. So I could stop the timer. I could stop now, which doesn't open a window for notes. It just stops it, puts the time into the timesheet. I could switch to another task or pause, or interrupt that task with a different one. Again, we still have the enter completed time, which allows you to put in some time that you had completed earlier. So really all I have to do is just click, click, click throughout the day to complete my tasks, and all that time will go into the timesheet. Again, that's optional, but it's an easy thing to do. So the question is, where do these items come from? How do I populate this window with things to click on? The first thing you'll notice is that there are a series of projects. So if I go to Tools Projects, here are my projects, and I can put a project in, assign it to a client. So that's the first step. That project would also show up in the timesheet. You basically see that the same list that you see here is also here in the quick tasks. So the first step is to get a project in. Underneath the project, you then see tasks. Same list here as here. Those are called quick tasks, and they originate over in the Project Tasks tab. So if I click on that, again, you see your projects, you see tasks. I'm going to close this quick task window so I can scroll up and down. So you see tasks in this window, and over on the right hand side you see a column that says quick task. You see the same project, website, and then the 4 tasks that we saw in the timesheet and in the quick task window. You see that all these checkboxes are checked, marking them as quick tasks. So when I go to the View menu and choose Quick Tasks, you see those tasks, same ones here and here. You see them over in the timesheet as well. I simply can click, click, click throughout the day, and I will be entering my time automatically. If I'm done, I can uncheck, and the time stops, and I'm done. That time gets put into the timesheet, and that's all I have to do. Pretty simple.